Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the orientation session for our latest Selenium live project. Thank you so much for being here and thank you for participating in the session. Appreciate it. So what we will do in this session is very simple, team. We'll have a conversation. We'll talk to each other. We'll find out how things are planned for you. I will give a quick overview of the whole program that will happen and how it works as a live project. What does it mean? How is it different from our regular live training? A few frequently asked questions, and then I'll be glad to take answers from each of you. So before I do anything further, team, I just want to make sure that you all are able to see the screen and have a good audio as well from my end. While we're doing that, I'm going to create a new folder in our Google Drive, and this folder is going to be called Selenium Live Project. March 26th. It is right now in an FAQs folder, but what I'll do is I'll be moving it to the main folder. Let's do it right away. Move to my drive. Okay, there you go. So whatever we will go ahead and do in terms of this project, team will be part of this specific Google Drive folder. So we will create a new document here and we'll call this as the orientation document. So all that we're going to discuss within this session is going to be stored within this document. All right. So now having said this, I just want to make sure that you also realize that this is not the first project. We have done many other Selenium Live projects. So if I can quickly look at them, Selenium Live project. Let's see, a few folders should come up. This is the latest one, Selenium Live project May 19. If you look at this, you will see there's an orientation project overview, just the Word document. After that, there's all another folder where the entire team starts putting information and so on. Now, orientation document is going to be what we will talk about, how we're going to go about working with this and the next steps on it. Now, before I get started, team, I want to make sure that each of you get a good idea about how we do at ITE Learn. But the first thing that I want to start with is get a brief understanding about the audience itself. So I would love to know who you are through this poll. This is a small poll, 4 quick questions. We want to understand who the audience is. It basically says either you're an expert currently working full-time, happy with your job, or you're working in QA but looking for changes, looking for a growth, looking to get into a project or on automation, or you've been trained and comfortable with your skill but still looking for your first break, or you're someone who's a beginner to IT. The reason I put this poll, team, is not only can you look at who are others in the team, but also the fact that who this session, this whole live project is created for. So please take another 10 seconds, complete this poll. I just got 38% votes. I request everyone to start putting it in and let's go please from there. Meanwhile, I'm just going to talk about a few things that are needed. So team, please take another 10 seconds and fill it up for me, please. All right, great. So team, almost there. We've got about 88% votes. I'm going to close this poll and let's see if I can take the results. So here are the results. I'm not sure how many of you are able to see it, but let me also take a quick screenshot and put it in this document. That way, sometimes it's not visible within the video that gets later streamed. So I'm trying to make sure that we are able to look into it. So desktop. All right, team. So the results are in front of you. 0% of you are coming from the expectation that you're already an expert in this area and the fact that you're working comfortably. Most of you are already in QA but looking for a change growth, and that is the reason you've chosen automation as the tool or the technology to give you that edge. Some of you are trained but looking for the first break, others are beginner to IT. Now, let me tell you this, team. This specific live project is not built for people who are absolutely beginner level. I'll tell you why. Okay. This session already has a specific set of prerequisites, and I'll start writing them. You'll get a good idea of it. The prerequisites for this specific live project are: one, you are trained in Selenium through IT eLearn. And I'll tell you that a lot of times we've got requests from many participants saying, why should we be trained through Selenium in IT eLearn to attend a live project? Why can't we come with our skill that we already have from external place, or we already got trained? I don't need the training, I just need the live project. Its reason is very simple, team. Out of the 80-90 participants who may be attending this live project, we will divide them into teams of size of 8 to 10. All the 8 or 9, except for you who's saying that, hey, I don't need the live training or the videos, I just need the live project, will have access to the content. The way we will execute the project is by referring, saying that do this in that project that we executed last session. Here is the URL to those videos. Look at those and do it. The whole team is referring to the videos. They are talking in that manner. There's a specific knowledge that is shared, and hence you need to have been trained in Selenium through IT eLearn. It can be either as videos or live training. It does not matter. The fact that you have the basic skills that are required is very simple. You need to have Selenium IDE, WebDriver, how does it work, core Java, JUnit, okay, and a little bit on frameworks. Okay, if you have at least taken one fast track on Selenium training, you are good. Now, these are the prerequisites, team. If you don't have these prerequisites, then it's a challenge. Comfortable, not an expert. If you're an expert team already on this, then you don't need to come to this live project. So once again, I'm differing, team. It is not for experts who are working comfortably, that you're good in what you're doing. It is not for you. It is not for people who are absolutely starting right now. You've been trained, or you're working in QA but looking for change growth. This is where it belongs. All right. Now, the very, very important thing, team, is what happens during the live project. I'll talk briefly about that, and what happens at the end. All right. So let's talk about what happens at the end to begin with, team, and then I will come back and talk about what happens during. Towards the end of this live project, what you would have built is a set of skill and project experience. All right. Now, before I try and continue to finish the remaining ones, I want you to help me answer what your biggest challenge currently is. Okay, I'm going to launch another poll. Just take 30 seconds. Don't take too much time on it, to get an idea of what challenges you have and also to see what challenges others have, please. What it talks about is, what kind of challenges do you have? Is it because of lack of project experience that you're not able to get into the growth in your career or get your first job? Is it because of confidence in facing interviews? Or is it because you are not comfortable in learning new technologies like Java, programming, and so on? Or you don't know where to start? You're like all juggled up. And this is a multiple question poll, team. You can select more than one answer. Hence, you will see that the total percentage will add up more because all individuals are selecting more than one answer. So please, team, I'm going to give you another 10 seconds. Finish it quickly so that we could put it up here and talk about what it is. The challenge, what is there, is what we're trying to address, and that will become the what happens towards the end, team. All right. 67% votes in. Team, take another 5 seconds. Please complete it quickly. All right, team. 76% votes, and I'm closing it. I'm assuming the others are not responding, so or doing it still. You should take a quick note and do it. Finish it, please. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Share results, and the results are here. So as you see, team, lack of project experience is high. 53% of you believe that you don't have project experience on your resume, which talks about your skill. It is also important how much skill you actually have, your confidence to learn new technologies, your confidence in facing interviews and projects. Sometimes you will get the job, you go into the project, and after a week or 10 days, suddenly people will start eyeballing you in the sense that they will start asking, are you for real? Do you really have the skill that you put on your profile? Or did you fake it all and now we are suffering? And that is one of the most embarrassing moments that we want to avoid, we wish to avoid. And that is something that you are very not comfortable with. Confidence in facing interviews or confidence to learn new technologies. What happens, team, is lot of times participants who come to ITE Learn and who participate in the training program, when they see the videos, they feel okay, good. At least 99.9%. There have been people, 1 in 1,000 or very small percentage, who's not been happy. And I'm, this the reasons why it is not fit for all. It's a very aggressive program that we have. It is not spoon feeding that we believe in, team. We push you very hard, we challenge you, we let you become a fighter in life. Okay, when I'm teaching, sometimes people feel that it looks simple, it looks not complicated, it looks very easy to understand. And that is the idea. That is the reason when I do the lectures, I try and emphasize on that fact, so that becomes very easy for you to understand, sit down and realize that, okay, it looks easy, it looks doable. But then once you start doing it, you will see that your confidence level to learn new technologies, your comfort level there is getting shaky. And that is where I want to re-emphasize the fact that we understand these challenges and we will work with them to improve it. Okay. There's a small portion of 25% which says don't know where to start. You're confused. Your resume needs updation. You need to know how to talk in the interviews. You need to know how to work on projects you never have ever worked, so on. So having seen this poll and the results for a team, let me talk about what happens at the end. You basically walk out with, let's talk about this, okay, project experience that can be placed on your resume. So number one, team, the project that we will select is a current live project for some of our clients that we are working with, and it is either internal or external, but there's a real application that needs testing and we have preferred to go the automation route to do it. Once you participate in the project, you involve, you execute, you present, you do what we talk about, you will have the right to take it and put it on your profile and say, hey, I've done this. This is what my expertise is, and go and give that resume to others. Put it on the job boards and so on. So you get that real-time project experience that is not fake, that is also referenceable. When someone asks, can we get a reference from ITE Learn about it? You can say absolutely and give our contact details for them to contact us. That is something that will come towards at the end. But yes, you have to participate in the project. You're not dropping out somewhere in between and saying, hey, I just paid, where will I get it? No, payment has got nothing to do. Payment is just to help the coordination, the efforts and so on. It is all about making sure that you work hard. Okay, you will get immense confidence, team, and confidence to work, execute project, overcome challenges, all right, learn new technologies and adapt to dynamic environment. All of this, because confidence is a relative term and it is more like an adjective. But confidence to do what? Once you get your hands on to the project, you start doing it along with your other team members and so on, you will build a lot of confidence. You will go through many challenges as part of this project itself, and that will give you the fighter feeling that you have overcome them, you know how to handle them, and you can talk about it in the interviews. The ability to learn new technologies and how you adapt to a new environment. So what you're seeing today, team, and then slowly when I talk about what happens during the live project, you will see that everything's going to be new. If you have not participated on this earlier, it's going to be so amazing and fun that you like it. You'll build new relationships, new friends. You will have great moments where you're very happy. You'll have very, very sad moments when things are going bad. So it's a roller coaster ride, but you're going to enjoy it. In the end, this is what will happen. You will get a hands-on experience. So when you go to a project or an interview, you present yourself and you talk about, the interviewers are not fools. They have been in the industry. They know exactly who has actually worked or who has just attended a training or saw a few videos or read a book and put a profile and has come here to talk. They can look at it and be able to gauge the audience. That is something that you can avoid by building hands-on experience. Okay, so you will get a lot of hands-on experience to deal with. You will be great at presenting yourself and your project work. This whole live training team, live project, unlike the live training, is I don't talk much. My technical members, Manoj and Shankar, they will not talk much. You will be the one who will talk. Every week we'll meet 2 times. Each of the teams that we divide into, they will come up with presentations. You will prepare for these presentations upfront before you come, and you will be presenting it to the entire audience of 80, 85 plus. Your team members will be there, other teams will be there, we will be there as panelists, and we will look at what you have done so far in the project, all the documentation artifacts, the scripts, the test planning, the automation scripts, the frameworks that you've done, everything. You're going to be presenting it in a very scheduled manner on the face of the project we are in, and we will give you critical reviews. Even to the fact that I see a spell error, or there is something that you have not used the right fonts, or document does not look good, or you have not followed standards, you will get feedback straight on it. The intent is not only are you learning from your own experience, you will look at others and learn. And what you're doing eventually when you're talking about that, Karthik, this is what we did in the project this week. We created this document, we ran a few scripts, and we had an issue in running the script, but this is how we overcame that issue. And now we are able to successfully do a data-driven framework on Selenium. We've used WebDriver concept. We also are able to take and send some good customized error reports towards the end, and so on. When you talk about all of these things, you are talking exactly like you are in an interview. It is like going to an interview and saying, hey, talk about yourself. What did you do in this project? What is this project all about? So the first time if you have to attend an interview and talk about a project that you worked on, you may feel and start searching for words here and there. Yeah, it was like, so what happened then was that, you will be drawing a blank. You don't know what you're talking. You don't know how you want to make sure that you do it. How do you get there? By practicing. In these sessions where you do presentations, you're practicing. You're learning from your own presentations. You're also looking at the other presentations from the team members and learning from them. Okay. Now, that is something that is very, very unique to our program team. It is about you. It is not about us. You will be presenting and you will come up. You will also walk out with a strong resume. A resume which talks about what needs to be there so that you can get found, get interview calls, and then face it. This is something that is very important to you. So this is what will happen towards the end when you walk out with. You will get project experience. You will have the confidence to work on technologies, on overcoming challenges. You have hands-on experience. You'll be great at presenting yourself and your project work. It is almost like mock interviews, very similar to it. and you will be in a state of creating a resume that when you go and put it on a job board like a Dice, Indeed, Monster, Career Builder, and so on, or any of the job boards that you have, you know that you will start getting calls and it will go to the next stage and so on. That is what we're trying to put into a schedule and try and work on it that way. All right. So this is our overview of what happens at the end. Now let me talk about what happens during the project very briefly, and then I will open it up for questions. So what happens during the live project team? Very simple. One, you will be part of a team. It's a teamwork. It is not going to be an individual. So you will actually work in a team, which is a simulation of a real world working team. Real world distributed team members. So you'll have people from different countries, different time zones, who are all working together, collaborating with each other, and communicating team. So once you're divided into teams of size of 5 to 10 in each, okay, you will coordinate with the team, meet regularly, and come up with a list of things to do. It is almost like the stand-up meetings or your agile way of doing things, where you come daily together and you talk about, hey, what's up for today? This is what we want to do today, and take ownership. There's no real leader in your team, so one of you have to coordinate to be someone who's taking notes, someone who's taking the things to do list, and someone else who's working on coordinating as to what's happening in each of the modules that you're working on. All right. So you'll be part of this team, size of 5 to 10. It's going to be a distributed team with members coming from different parts of the globe. You will be spending anywhere between 15 to 30 hours per week. The live overview or the live review sessions will only be for around 3 hours a week. So apart from this 3 hours a week, you will be spending a lot of time with your team members in working. You will be spending a lot of time by yourself in executing what you have to do, in coordinating, in communication, all that. It is exactly like how you would be working in an actual project. The more serious and dedicated you are to the program, the better the results. And I know of one thing, team, not a single person in the whole live projects that we have done who has gone through it, who has spent time, effort, and energy into this project and lasted through the project towards the end, which will be between 2 to 4 weeks of effort. They have always taken the benefit of what we are talking about here and worked on it. All right. So this live review sessions will be 2 times a week. All right. Apart from this, you will have access to complete video tutorials, tech forum, okay, Google Drive, and access to the IT Learn tech team. So me, Manoj, Shankar will be available to guide you, to talk about what we're doing and so on. The application that we will work on, application and a test, will be a live app and will be presented with scope of testing to be done in the day one or first live project session. That I believe is scheduled for next week. I am not sure of exact date right now. My team will share with you, team. All right. Now, the concept is very simple, team. Let me give you an overview. This is how it will work. Let's say we meet on Monday evening, Pacific time. You all will join. We will talk about who the teams are. Manoj will create a folder of the teams with the names and so on. Then next day, immediately you'll take email IDs of your team members. You'll start sending, hello, this is A from so and so place. This is my contact number. Hi, this is B from so and so place. Very glad to be here. Look forward to working with all of you. So you introduce yourself. Next day morning, you get up. You have a conference call with the team and say, hi guys, this is what it is. Now let's work on the project. Let's start putting some documents. I think we should do this. I think we should do that. Let's use this. We'll come up with some ideas. We'll brainstorm. We'll have some challenges and so on. Finally, you'll come together to a conclusion and say, okay, here is what we should be planning this week. And then you'll get ready for the first presentation with your automation test plan and a few of the test scenarios or cases or use cases that you've created to execute, and nominate two of you within the team saying that, guys, you both should present this week so that we get a good review and we get to start. Others we will present next week and so on. So two of you will come to that session and start presenting it, and then suddenly you'll start seeing that, hey, there's a lot of defects in it, in what you've done so far, or you may surprisingly get some great feedback from others, or you may get the surprisingly bad reviews. So you don't know where it will go. But at the end of the day, you will get that highs in life saying that, oh man, something is going great, something is going wrong, and you will get that live wire feeling. You will get that instant feedback. You'll go back immediately to your team and you'll tell the team that, listen guys, I think we need to do this, changes and so on. Let's sit down. At the same time, you're also listening to what other teams are doing, which will inspire you, which will give you new ideas, new ways of looking at things. And that's what become another discussion point. I think that team is doing very good. This team is not doing that well. We should learn this from them and so on. And then suddenly you'll start seeing from the next session onwards, your aggression is changing, your mode is changing, your attitude is changing. You'll try and cooperate more with each other and make sure that your team wins and so on. The same project is taken and given to different teams. So there's also a competition in terms of who is doing what in that. All right. That is how the whole live project will go through team. Okay, that's the experience that you will kind of get at the moment. Now, I believe at this level, I'm good with overall what I wanted to present. And then I want to make sure that you understand the way the whole model works, and we can talk about the next steps. I'll be open to questions, but before that, two more poll questions, please, and then I would love to answer your questions, everyone. So the question is very simple. Do you believe in a strong QA career with Selenium? In the fact that, do you think you can get your dream job in your dream location, in a company that is suitable for you? And do you think Selenium is a way to go for that? That is your belief level team. The reason I'm saying this is, if I say that, hey, why don't you learn, for example, AS400, or let's say mainframe, or let's say I say you, why don't you learn and focus just on technology which is very, kind of not very in thing in market. What will happen then? Your whole effort is you're starting something with belief that, you know what, I don't think it's got the best potential, but let's try. All right. Now, on the contrary, then you have Selenium. What is your belief on it is what we try to see. Only 50% votes in team. I'm talking. You can still kind of take the poll. Please finish it quickly. There's just 3 choices. You can choose one of them. Absolutely yes. Kinda. That yes, I think somewhere, but not really sure. 2% saying that not at all so far, which basically is saying that you don't believe in Selenium. You don't believe that is the way. There are other things which are much better, which is absolutely what I would love to get to also later. But let's finish this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we've got about 83% votes in. Here are the results that I'm sharing on screen to everyone. I hope you can see it, and I'll also take a screenshot and put it. 81% of you, which is a very, very good number, believe that yes, there is a strong potential to build a great career in QA automation through Selenium as a tool. It's just like saying, hey, I want to be a ERP engineer. Should I choose Oracle? Should I choose SAP? Should I go through Microsoft CRM? Or should I go through Salesforce? There are so many choices. Which one do you choose? That belief is basically saying how good you are or at that belief that yes, this is the technology that will take you there. Okay, great. So let me put this quickly. Hide results from this, and the last one. What time frame are you looking to? What is this question? The whole question I am not able to see myself. Okay, there you go. What time frame are you looking to get your goal? Is it like now you want the goal to be achieved now? You waited too long. Within 1 month is your goal, 1 to 3 months, or you're not really in a hurry. And the reason I'm trying to set this is a realistic understanding of your time frame to try and achieve that goal. That will give us a vision. Yes, we want to get into a job with QA automation testing in Selenium. Yes, we want it somewhere locally, somewhere which is comfortable for you in the right pay scale. But also, in how many months are we ready to wait for 2 years, or cannot wait at all, and so on. So, team poll, we have about 62% votes in. I'm looking at quick closure to this. So please complete it so that we can go next. In 10 seconds, we're going to close this poll. And team, while you've done with it, feel free to use the questions and answers section to start posting your questions. And I will start taking the answers as we progress. All right, team, I'm closing the poll. There are 77% votes in. I request everyone to complete if you're planning to do so. I'm closing it in a second then. Okay, so here are the results, team, that have come up. Okay, what time frame are you looking to get your goal create set and executed? This is the time frame. Now I'm going to insert this image quickly in here so that way it's there in the document as well. This tells you, team, not only about yourself. These polls are important because you also get an understanding of what others believe. Okay, this is not a session that is really to give or impart some knowledge to you specifically. It is more to set you in an understanding of, is this the right thing for you? So 22% of you saying now, 49% within a month, 1 to 3 months for the 24%, 4% not in a hurry. So team, the target audience for this program is not the first and the last. It is someone who's looking at within 1 month or within 1 to 3 months. So you have anywhere between 0 to 3 months to kind of get to it, but not something that will get you now, because it will take time, team. It will take at least 3-4 weeks to complete this project. It will take time sometimes for you to start building your resume, start marketing it, be comfortable at what you're doing, and so on. So it is a time consuming. It will take a little bit of effort. If you are someone who's looking at in now and is able to stretch yourself for a month, then makes sense. If you are someone who's not in a hurry, saying that, oh, you know what, 6 months, 1 year, not really very interested right now, unless you say that, okay, you know what, let's be realistic. Either we do it in 3 months or let's not get into it right now. It's too early. Otherwise, the second and third category, this is where you should be to be able to go through this project. You have to be patient. You have to go through things in a gradual manner and do it. It is not a crash course where you can sit in 2 days, learn everything and go. For that, you have all the video programs that we offer. This is a project where you are involved into it. All right, team. So that's ending with our polls. That's ending with the session that I wanted to do as an orientation. Now I want to hear your questions and be able to provide any answers, team. Will you please share the document? Absolutely. So that document that we have created will be shared with the project. So it will come up with the access to the Google folder itself. What if we are not trained? So if you're not trained, Sashidhar, then this is not for you. You have to get trained to be part of this project experience. I have QA experience, but not in automation. Then how will you do a project? How will I get you into a team with 8-9 people who have studied hard, struggled hard, and who have learned some basic good knowledge and are now trying to work harder to do a project, and as needed go and learn, refer to the videos and learn whatever is lacking. So you need that access. Is that today class about Selenium? Yeah, it is Selenium, but it is not Selenium as training. It is a live project orientation session. So how will the project work is what we do. Can you please scroll up the page? Sure. Let's see if I don't know which This is the first page, and so on. I'll try and maximize this and minimize this so you get better view, and then I can scroll again. I'm currently going through the QTP training documents. Is it a good idea to go in parallel with Selenium too? Down the line, I want to master Selenium, but not in great hurry. 1 second, please. Sorry. What decent control on QTP first, as it is used in my current job project too? Sort of, my suggestion would be, if you're going through QTP training right now, then wait for a little bit while, because you then need to go and learn Selenium, which is not going to be very tough once you learn one automation. Learning the second automation tool is about 60% to 70% of the effort. It is not like 100% different. But you have to still dedicate some time, and that is why I would say wait for a little while, and probably the next one is what you should take. Hi Karthik, I never did training in Selenium, so I don't think so I can be able to attend the live project. Would like to know more about UFT live project instead. Okay, Sonali, so please contact with the team and they will help you out. All right, no problem. I understand. In email is mentioned that the live project sessions will be free. So the next session on this live project will also be free. So Prabhu, just to let you know, it is not going to be free as in live project. The whole experience is going to be towards executing things, coordinating and so on. It's a paid one. This session is a free orientation session. You can contact the team. Let the questions be non-sales ones, so that because I'm not trying to sell to anyone right now. I believe you all are matured. You know how you take your decision. We don't want to influence in that. We don't market at IT Learn. We just let you guys know what we do, what we have, and so on, and then you take your decision on it. How will we get access to the Google folder? You will get an email. All the paid members, there's already a list who are part of this live project so far. And when the remaining participants after the session who confirm will get an email with the complete details. Sashidhar, what should be my options, but not in. So, Sashidhar, very simple. You have to get trained or you have to learn. Doesn't matter if you pay someone or you don't pay someone. Just go to YouTube and start learning some basic stuff to begin with. See if you really like it and if you're passionate and if you're comfortable about it. Then see if you can go to a few blogs or read a few documents and so on and start practicing, start building some automation scripts. And as it gets advanced, then you know, okay, you're learning well and so on, and then you can look at and see if you can get into a live project environment. How much knowledge of Selenium is required to do this project? Radhika, I've already exposed earlier, like what are the prerequisites. You should be comfortable. I don't expect you to be an expert. I don't expect you to be someone who will sit down and start writing Java code and so on. But it is someone who can read a code, look at a code, or look at an automation script and understand what is happening. If I give you a white paper and say write down the whole thing without looking anywhere, I'm not expecting you to write that. But when I give you a code and tell you that, can you tell me how this code works, what is it doing, then I'm understanding what it is. Okay, you are comfortable in reading that. That is important. Hi Karthik, do we need to learn code Java before the training? Absolutely yes. You have to already have completed at least one fast track in with IT Learn. So it could be video based or live. So that way you have gone through all those fundamentals. What you have started with the project but not done with it yet, is this for me? Potya, you are somewhere in between. Yes, you still have an opportunity, because even if someone has gone through the live training earlier, they have given 2-3 months gap, they will go back and review now before the next session and so on. So you'll have about 4 to 5 days to try and quickly scan through, go through a few videos and get comfortable, and then it will be easy. Okay. Should we be present for all the sessions once the project starts? Because I was traveling. You should be present, yes. But then this is what happens even in real-time projects. People travel, they have delays in projects, there are people who leave a project and go and so on. We have to try and find how to go through it. So you should plan on how you're able to manage it. In between there are gaps for 2 or 3 days, that's fine. You should find a way to try and kind of manage what happens during that thing. You should look at it as a project itself, team, as if you have come into a new project. The only difference is you're working from home, you don't know the application, everything yet, and also yes, you're not getting paid yet. But the fact that we try to simulate everything that way, so the more serious you are and looking at it like, oh yes, this is important, rather than taking it very casually, the better the results will be, and in a significant manner, please. Shall we access previously developed project videos? Absolutely. You can access them, Parmesh. You will see what other teams have done, how they've presented, what kind of reviews come, and so on. Once you have access to that Selenium Live project membership level, you can do all that. And JUnit. Okay. So, team, there are a few more questions coming up. Let's see. And JUnit. Is JUnit framework insufficient or TestNG? So it doesn't matter, team. JUnit and TestNG, the extent that we use is only to the annotation level. And if you have, the most important thing is your core Java experience. Once you have a decent core Java experience, it becomes easy to work on anything from there. Okay. I want to learn QTP and Selenium. Which one should I learn first? Doesn't matter, Shailaja. Anything is fine. You can learn Selenium or QTP first. There's hardly 5% here or there in terms of a difference. Not as tools, but in terms of the difficulty level to learn. So pick any of them and start. Once you do focus for a month at least on one, then you can go to the other. I'm not learned through IT Learn. Can I continue on this? So Anu, here is my challenge, and you tell me how I can handle it. Let's say I trust you. I have confidence in you. You have great ability. Now I'll take Anu and I'll put you into a team of 8 people. The other 7 people have access to all the IT Learn content, the videos, the tutorials, and so on. You don't have access. As the sessions are going in your project, they will all start feeling that, hey, you know what, something is missing. And then me or Shankar or Manoj will come and say, why don't you refer to that project? Why don't you go and look at those videos, how we have done that, and then do it exactly that way. Now, your team has access to it. They are looking into it and they're trying to find solutions. You are not having access. You are not able to do that. You're stuck. That's one. Second, they will all start looking at you as an alien in terms of that, hey, what we've learned is a little different from what you've learned. That is the problem. Though you will see almost all the training institutes having a similar kind of a course content, the depth to which we go at IT Learn is significant from what other institutes have done. Team. That is the reason we say that you should be trained with IT Learn to get into these live projects with IT Learn. Right? Sorry about that, but that's how it is. I've been studying Selenium for 3 weeks now and I feel good grip on it. Would that be enough? Absolutely. I think that's good, Trupti. Why? Hi, Karthik. I haven't got access to Google Drive. You will get it, Aisha. I'm an attendee of Jan 12 live session. Radhika, absolutely. Okay. You should be fine. I started listening to the videos from yesterday. As per my understanding, the Let's Live project is for already listened people took live sessions. Ideally, yes, you have already have either you have taken the live training or video training, or you have subscribed for it and started, and you have about a week to get to the basic level of understanding before you jump into the project. Let's see, team. Any other questions that are important that I have not yet answered, because I have a hard stop in a minute and before my other session starts. So I want to make sure that I wind up with everything. I have to start working in Selenium in 3 months. So, Shashidhar, I don't know what your question is. What should my options be? I should start working in Selenium in 3 months in my current project. Okay, so then you can, 3 months is good. So take live project, live training, learn the videos. If you want to take the live project at that time, in month or so, this will be done, but you'll have access to the videos. It's your call. All right. If you miss now to attend this project, when could be the next project session? Typically, we'll try and do at least twice a year. So hopefully there should be another one session 4 or 5 months from now. I've attended one of the fast track session, but did not practice with hands-on. So I'm good to attend this live project. Yes, you are. So you didn't do hands-on then in the live training, but you've got some overview knowledge. You're good to attend this live project. Hi, Karthik. Will all the teams do the end-to-end project? Yes. Will be able to compare the work? Yes. So not only will you be able to see, so every team will do the same thing. It's a replication. They're duplicating the same, but they will try it in a different approach. You will see how they're doing. You have access to their folder also in your Google Drive, and vice versa. So you're learning from others too. How much I need to learn core Java before Selenium? Sure, Roy. This question, if you're asking, that means that you're not part of the live training yet. So I really can't answer it for you. But if you take one fast track, I'll tell you one more thing, once more. Okay, and this should kind of freeze it for all of you. Okay, if you go to itelearn.com and you go under online trainings, go to Selenium training videos, and here there are many fast tracks and there are big catalog of videos. You take any one fast track, okay, and just watch the videos end to end like a movie. Listen to my words very carefully. Be a good listener. That is the best thing that can happen to you, team. Like a movie, just watch the videos end to end. You will get a good idea about how things will work, what you need to have, how it is done, and so on. The core Java, all that is essential will happen there. You'll get a good idea. Just take notes. Don't rewind, pause, or repeat. Just take notes as the sessions are going. You get a good idea. Then, as you get into live project, you have to put in a little bit more effort to upgrade your knowledge as the sessions are happening. All right. All right, team, great. So thank you so much for attending. I appreciate all of your efforts being here. Wait for our communication with the next steps and we'll take it forward from there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a great weekend ahead. Thanks, everyone. Bye then.